guys, how's it going? I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night whenever you guys are watching this. If you guys are here after the fact and you just want to watch your sign, that'll be timestamped down below. Just a reminder, please take it resonates and leave the rest. Please do not try to make this resonate. Whenever this message pops up on your newsfeed, it is meant for you. Please make sure you guys are liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. I would really appreciate it. I think that's it. So for today, we're doing what do you need to know? So today's date's 8/18. Whenever this message pops up on your newsfeed, it's meant for you. These messages are timeless. But today is like 8/18, where it's like, it just seems like a little bit of a significant day. I don't know about you guys, but like my dreams have been super crazy, super interesting in a good way, because sometimes I don't appreciate my dreams, but these ones are pretty nice. So I hope you guys are feeling the same way. So let's start with Leo. So we're using the Starseed, Oracle, and the Moonology deck. So this is like one of my first Oracle decks that I got. Let's see what we have for you, Leo. What do you need to know? I definitely feel like, Leo, there's something here that you do need to know that you don't want to know, like you're not wanting to accept. So first two cards. Okay, hold on. First two cards we have is Child of the Cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you, and the Blue Flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. That's like right there, right? Where there is something that you, like all the information that you need or you want is already within you. It is programmed within us, like when we come down here to this life, right? It's kind of like if you've ever heard that we choose, like we have soul contracts, like before we come down here we have a conscious decisions of like what are we going to go through and like what is going to happen to us, and it's like you agree to it, and like but you also agree to forget what that is that you guys are going to do like when you come down here, so it can be a little bit confusing. And I know sometimes, like, especially if like you're going through some times right now, like where you're experiencing doubt, like you're experiencing things that you just don't really want to be, it is to get you ready for something else. Let's see what else we have here for Leo. It's just, okay, I'll pull one more, but it's like literally, I just want to stress this again, like you already have this information within you. You just don't want to make the necessary changes. But we do have expect a powerful change, and prosperity lies ahead. So there is a lot, like I think you guys could be like going through a cycle, because like this is the Moonology card. So the Moonology, the moon goes through cycles, right? So it's just something of that sort where it is very much like you guys are going through these things, experiencing these changes. Sometimes we could be a little bit hesitant to take them because it is like the unknown, but through change is like what you're going to achieve, whatever it is you want to achieve through change, confirmation. So let's see what else we have here. Let's clarify. I want you to know there is no right or wrong either. Like you're going to get to your destination no matter what. The journey might be a little bit different, but it's when we don't learn from our mistakes, or like when we refuse to like acknowledge them, right? Where we kind of, that's where we get a hiccup, right? Because we keep doing the same things over and over again. We do have bottom of the deck, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. I think in the past you might have been a little bit lost. Hey, Jamike. But right now, especially, you guys are very much like, it's deep down in your heart. I don't know if like in dream time that could be very significant. But there is like a confirmation or an understanding or a knowing that something is meant for you, or like you're meant to do something. And there is just like a little bit of pushback where like you don't want to. We also have new moon eclipse. So eclipse season, we're in that right now. I still have not looked up when the dates are for it, or if it's already happened. Let me see. Let me see. I'm pretty sure we already had the eclipse, like a couple, like maybe on the 13th. Yeah, so July 27th through August 31st. So we're in that season right now. What is it in? Second eclipse. August 12th is the solar new moon in Leo. That's your sign. Okay, so that's your sign there. And then another one, August 27th. So that's in Pisces. But yeah, we just had an eclipse in your sign. So I feel like if you guys are going through it, it's definitely because of this moon season. You guys are going through cycles. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's use this deck. Okay, there's like some clarification. I don't know if you guys need clarification in some things where you guys are a master in your own way. You don't have to necessarily have all the answers all the time. You can find it out. You can find the information out along the way. There is just taking that leap of faith. Like, how do you become an expert is by learning, right? High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, by going through things, by experiencing things, by making mistakes. That's like coming through, where it's like a fear of making a mistake. When you make a mistake, all you can do is learn from it and to forgive yourself. I'm not going to show this card because there's a naked person on it, but it is the Star card, which is your sister sign, Aquarius, which is like you could be looking at somebody else, maybe giving them a little bit more power than actually you have within yourself. Sometimes it's easy to idolize people who, like, you feel like, oh, they're so fearless. That could be very much like a hidden, something that you're, I guess, insecure about. Like, because as a Leo, typically you guys do like the sun. You guys are people are drawn to you naturally. I don't know if like you're looking at someone who you feel like people are drawn towards more naturally, so like you could never do it. You will bring your own element to things, right? Like, it's not going to be the way that somebody else does it, but you just have to be yourself. And it's going to work out for you. Like, when you try to imitate people, naturally, like, I guess that's how you can kind of start off, but like at the end of the day, like, you will become your own person and like you will do things your own way, but you can't be intimidated not to start. Okay, anything else here? Five of Wands. I can tell, okay, whatever it is that you are trying to do or like create or step out to, like, because I do feel like it is your wish fulfillment. I feel like this is your soul contract. This is what you came down here to do. It's going to upset people. It could just be one person, because the Ten of Swords and the Five of Wands came out, where I feel like this person here, you know, it's a lion. Like, it could be you guys too. Typically there's not a lion on the Ten of Swords, but it's here for you, so it's coming out for you. But there's also this crown here, where like a professional victim, where it's like, maybe you feel like if you did this, then it wouldn't work out for you, so it's easier not to try. But more than that, I don't really think that's it. I think there is somebody here who is going to try to make it seem like you're being selfish in a way for trying to pursue this, or like you're not going to succeed. Maybe they never succeeded in it and they just want you. I can say it like this, where like maybe this person maybe does have the best interest, like your best interest at heart, but they don't realize how much they're sabotaging you by telling you can't actually really do it. Because maybe it didn't work out for them. Maybe it wasn't meant to work out for them, or maybe like something happened along that path. Maybe like I said in the beginning of this, Leo, where like people have like soul contracts. Maybe this person is your soul contract to make you feel discouraged so that you can't, and you're meant to overcome that. Okay, yeah. Anything else? We'll get this card because it's sticking out. Nine of Coins, that's you guys. Literally last card I was gonna pull out, and it matches this one. You can see the colors are very similar. And it's prosperity lies ahead. Full moon in Taurus. You guys could have Taurus in your charts, or the full moon in Taurus could be significant. I don't think we have it. We've already went through the full moon, I want to say, of Taurus. But doesn't have to necessarily be. But it looks kind of like an eclipse as well. So eclipse season, this season can be very significant for you. I'm also hearing like match made in heaven. So you guys could be like meeting someone that's a match made in heaven, or like you are discovering something that makes you feel whole, something that like elevates your spiritual awareness is also what I'm hearing. Okay, let me get advice, then we can move on. Can we get advice here? We have pause. You are being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back and look at all the possible outcomes and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. I don't know if you guys are really close on giving up on something because you feel like it hasn't worked out or it's not meant for you, but like take a beat. And does it make you happy? Does it bring you joy? Does it like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish here? I also want to say, just because it hasn't worked out doesn't mean it's going. There's also like this understanding that eventually, right? Like it might not be right now, but eventually. But like, not to give up hope and not to give up in yourself and become stuck in this rut of like, okay, I'm doing this just to do it. There's no joy in it anymore. We're finding that joy again. Okay, Leo, that was a little bit of a long one. The first ones always are, right? Next, let's do Virgo. Virgo, you guys could be starting something new, Virgo. Yeah, you guys are changing something up. You guys are, but what do you need to know? Well, 3 came out. I guess we'll take them. If it was 4, we would have to put one back. I mean, start all over again. But we have the Sea of Minetaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So that's definitely speaking to like, there is something deep down that you really do want to create that you haven't been creating or doing. It's just, it reminds me of just like the day-to-day of life. Like you go to work, you come home, you do laundry, all that stuff where it's just like you're not really focusing or like trying to create things that actually benefit you, but like will make you happy. We have jump in, Andronomen energy, adventure, say yes to change. This definitely reminds me, like for me, it's like a work situation. So I don't know if like you guys have been offered something that will take you away. So like that could be like a career change. Maybe you're moving away. Something of that sort where like there's an opportunity coming. That's what I'm kind of seeing. It's like a vastless, endless possibility. But I do kind of feel like, just like with this card, that you are going to be alone, but you are going to be surrounded by love. And then we have big picture thinking, Pleiadian energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I think people come to you for ideas. I think this is your energy. I think this is something that, even this is like, you guys could be a portal. People can come to you for like a good time. It's very much like in like your ideas, and it is a very sacred energy I feel here for you. And then let's pull your Moonology card. I'm picking up on somebody here who doesn't want to be picked up on, who, I don't know that if you guys have gotten this offer yet or not, or maybe you've gotten it in the past and you turned it down because somebody here had opinions about it, but it's definitely like, they don't want you to, and it's not more, it is a selfish energy of like, they don't want to be without you because they do feel your energy, they love your energy, they like being around you, but it is more so like, you leave them behind. You can see, I never noticed this, but if you looked really close, those are feet right there. It's somebody jumping into this portal, right? Wormhole, whatever you want to say. But this person is by themselves, and you can't really take anybody with you for what it is that you're trying to do. And there's just like this one person. They love you. They do love you. I can sense that, but it's very a selfish kind of love. Bottom of the deck, I'm not taking it, but it says it's time to release negativity. Sorry, I can't read it backwards. Full moon in Scorpio, so that could be significant. Your person or this person could be Scorpio. It is more so, I feel like you guys have had life cycles with this person. Okay, so the 2 cards that we have from the Moonology deck is have faith in your dreams and hold your vision. What I can tell you from these 2 decks is there's not, you have to be kind of, I mean, from this deck right here, you have to be selfish. You can see on the bottom of the decks, it's waxing crescent moon and then a fixed moon. There's no signs here. This is not something that somebody else can influence you to do. This is something that you have to do for yourself. Granted, by this, like they do these I mean, these moons do indicate like there are other people in the background, but that's all they are, is background, right? Sorry, there's just like this one thing here. But that's fine. I think maybe you're getting distracted by something that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Sometimes like people come into our life for a reason. And please don't be like stuck on this mindset or like, oh, I've known this person for this many years, like I have to keep them in my life, because that's a very like sunken cost fallacy. We're like also not like putting your best interest at heart. That's really coming through. We're like, if this person really loved you and cared for you, they would want the best for you. Even if it means that they are hurt because they miss you, right? Because that can happen. But at the end of the day, if they really did love you, and they'd be like, I'm so excited for you. And if you know they're not going to really be happy for you, and that's why you don't even want to share your news, I would really, really reevaluate that situation, that relationship, because, and I'm not even saying like you have to like end things with this person. I don't know if this is a relationship or a friendship. If it's a friendship, this is a pretty controlling friendship, right? I get, or it could even be like a relationship with like your family. Maybe your family doesn't want you to move away. So it is just like someone who you have like a really close attachment here, who just doesn't want the best things for you. I think maybe you would want the best things for them. And I say this, like, I feel like you guys are very understanding, and this person kind of takes advantage of that. Like, they're not as understanding as you. I feel like you guys have a lot of love and light to give. Let's see what these are. 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. There's also this fear here that, guys, that you might not succeed, and like you went off by yourself for no reason. And can I just say, there is a reason for that, and you might not understand it now. It might take 5-10 years for you to understand it, but eventually you will, especially if you look for the reason for that, right? Because this is, you guys, the bottom of the deck is that it is the Empress. Let's see what else. What is on the other side of this? I'm sorry, I just love this energy for you, Virgo, because it is the 6 of Wands. So you have like 2 sides here, where it's just like, okay, maybe you feel like what happens if you go and you don't succeed, and what happens is this 5 of Pentacles. But what could happen is also the 6 of Wands, which is like you being victorious, you being acknowledged, you being seen, you being recognized. And it is such a nice energy for you to be in, but you have to take a risk. It's a little bit like gambling, or it's like you have to believe in yourself, right? Because life could be okay for you right now. You're not complaining. But what happens in like 5 to 10 years, like when you didn't take this opportunity? I know sometimes too, like we could have like regret or shame by like the things that we've done. But at the same time, it gets you further when like you accept it. You know, oh, sorry. Okay. There's just like so much opportunity here that I think you would regret not taking, just because you're comfortable where you are right now, and which I can understand. Sometimes it's just like not worth it, but I think this is worth it. I think this is like your dream. I think it does have to do with your career, because that's really coming through. This is something you have to do by yourself. Maybe you're not really used to doing things by yourself. Maybe you have like a really good support system, and sometimes you have to experience being alone. That's like a really big thing. I don't think some people have ever been alone in their lives. And so it can kind of be like detrimental, like where it's like, okay, I don't know. I've been alone all the time. Like, so I'm trying to figure out like how to, when you find comfort within yourself, sometimes it can be like, you don't want to like always just share your energy, and to figure out what a gift that you are and how draining other people can actually be that you are around. Okay, now that one was really long. Okay. Good. Let's get advice and then I'll move on. I definitely want to say, like, you guys are on the right path. So if you've been doubting that, don't doubt that. We have discovery, new ideas, peoples, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there is still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. Sometimes things don't happen when we want them to happen or how we want them to happen. They just do. And I feel like you guys are very blessed individuals. Even with the cat here, like cats are very, like, they have a lot of wisdom and they are protectors, and they just have like a lot of knowledge in them. I think you guys have this information within you, and like it's meant to be shared, and you can't take people you just can't take people with you, is what's coming through. Okay, next we have Libra. Okay. God, sometimes it's like, why does it get in my eye? Okay. There it goes. Libra, you're next. Can we get messages here for Libra? Okay, so we have Libra, quite the opposite of the last two that we've done, but we have Breath of the Cosmos, My Will to Thy Will, Micromanaging the Universe. And then we have Empathic Starseed, Energetic Sovereignty, Absorbing What's Not Yours. That screams control issues. And when that happens, it means like you're maybe taking care of people that you cannot take care of people. You should not be taking care of these people. So exclude children, like unless they're grown. Like if these children are grown, I'm gonna say 25 and up. Or unless like they have like something wrong with them, or like, you know, if they are like going through a period of downtime. This is not like a, what is it called? A pattern. It's definitely like a one-off, like you are being asked to assist with something. Like this is like a sibling that you've been taking care of for how many years, or like a parent you've been taking care. A parent is kind of just like, damn, like you gave birth to me, right? But it is definitely something of that sort where it's like, okay, sometimes we are being asked to let go of something that we don't want to because we love them so much and we just want the best for them, right? And it gets to a point where, damn, I'm sorry, I cannot do this. Like I have to take care, because they are draining you, literally. And that's what, like they are draining you. Do you see how much light? And it's like a mirror, and it's like it's like that's what's happening. Like you're giving all of yourself into something that kind of really, like a mirror doesn't really exist, but like this is your people that you love. Just because you set boundaries to you're setting boundaries does not mean you don't love these people, because you do. That's your family. It could be a friend as well. It doesn't have to be. It's just like something here where it's not really your responsibility. Can I just say at the same time, I think that it's very commendable, like what you're doing, but at the same time, it is at a detriment to yourself. But let's see, let's get what else we have here. So we have, which I love, your hard work is paying off and a new start is coming. Okay. What do you, we also have new moon in Capricorn, so that could be significant as well. Let's clarify here. Actually, we really need like, okay, this deck. I feel like sometimes things need to be spelled out to us. Like that's what I'm feeling. Can we clarify this here for Libra? Oh. You guys could have Leo. Leo is like very significant. Capricorn or Scorpio, those could be in your charts where you could be dealing with any one of these signs. There is a Leo here. I don't know why I'm saying that. It doesn't have to be a Leo. Maybe there's just somebody here. This could be you, but like there's somebody who is maybe giving you advice, somebody who is trying to help you through things, kind of like that. That's what I'm kind of feeling. And then there is like this like Capricorn energy where like there is somebody here who they're hindering your success, where it's like, I don't know why they feel owed or entitled to your energy. I don't know why that's it, but they don't have to be a Capricorn, but it's just like that Capricorn energy where it's like it's devilish energy. That's what it is. And it's like this person is counting on you not being kind and like empathetic, and to like, so if you've been asking for something and like things not working out, it's because they're telling you to like drop this person. Sometimes we can be enablers, and so when we do that, it's like we're stopping people from like creating the stuff that they need to create. Which was it? Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is like, there is something coming on. Like there is something that's coming your way with this card. Eight of Wands. It's just like forward movement. It's gonna happen unexpectedly. It's going to benefit you in a way. It's you gaining momentum, but at the same time, there is just like this energy here that I can feel that pulls you back, where it's just like they're low-key a hater. I'm not gonna say like they outwardly say that, but like because they feel less than, they want you to like, oh, you need to take me with you. Like you have to, wherever you're going, I'm going, because we're family, like we're friends and whatever it is. And it's just like, that's not how it works. Like you worked hard, you've done the work, and this person hasn't contributed. Okay. Anything, oops. Yeah. There's a lot of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So I just feel like there is just somebody here who just wants to benefit. Hi, Dan. They just want to benefit off of this, and it's like they didn't do the work. So you guys, I feel like there is an opportunity coming your way, and you have to be careful who you let know, like who you let know about it, because they definitely will be like, oh, well, I'm entitled to this, I'm owed this, when they really are not. Let's get advice here for you guys. We have solitude. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. Because sometimes, like, especially, I don't know if like this is a sibling, because I feel like it is somebody who knows how to get under your skin. Somebody you've known for a very long time. You might consider them a sibling, a best friend. It could be even a parent. But it's just someone who knows how to work your buttons, and where they're just like, yeah, I know how to get what I want from Libra, with making them feel bad. Because this person, they lack empathy. They don't see how like they affect other people, because they're just a victim of their circumstances. Yep. Okay. Next we're gonna have Scorpio. After some water. Like, can it come up? Okay. A little bit better. I'm glad that resonated for you. Okay, next we have Scorpio. Okay, what does Scorpio need to know? That's a lot. Scorpio, there's definitely this energy here where like, I am feeling a blockage. What does Scorpio need to know? Things might not have come easily to you. We have surrender to sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life, which is such a beautiful card. It really, but it is damn, I wonder if there's two people here. And then we also have fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Scorpio, there is definitely someone here, like this has something to do with a partner for sure, because you can see this person here and this person on this lily pad, which I just discovered lily pads are very sharp. Like you cannot just like sit on a lily pad where you attach yourself, because they have spikes like roses. And then over here, if you look very closely, there is two people, one person carrying the other person. They look exactly the same figures, same everything. And this is something that you guys have been with people, like you have been, this is past life connections. Like you guys have gone through this with this person multiple lifetimes. Yeah. New Earth, bottom of the deck, where like this is not the first time you guys have done this, where you maybe not even just on this planet. And maybe that's why you're so comfortable, like, because I do feel like one person is taking care of another person. And one person, like that, I will clarify it, but let me get these two cards before I forget, because I will forget. Is it the same dynamic every time? Because you guys could switch places. Is it the same? It's a maybe. I guess you guys could be switching. We just put a flying. Okay, hold on. I do feel like this is something that you guys have gone through, and like you guys will switch up places. It's not like the same thing over and over again. I don't think it's the same 50-50. Maybe this person has like an easier time waiting for you, or like you have an easier time like doing one part. So I think that if it's not always going to be even, because I feel like one person has a harder time doing another role in the situation. So like maybe you have an easy time waiting and this person has a hard time waiting. So it's like, so that's what I'm kind of getting. You guys play the roles that are hardest. I think Scorpio, you're really good at just playing the role. I think that whatever role that you're in, you're really good at. It doesn't really take a lot for you to like understand or like what to get through. So we have balance, spirituality, and practicality, and then have faith in your dreams. Okay. I think this could be a lesson for you guys, because especially if this is just like going back on like my past Scorpio readings, because it's always the same. Scorpio and Gemini, I always get like the same kind of readings for you guys. I don't know why. It's not, but so it's like when it says balance, spirituality, and practicality, where yeah, you can have like a spiritual reason for wanting to wait for someone, but there is like that practicality where like if there is something that you want in this life, maybe you have to get it without this person. And it's just like, but at the same time, it's like have faith in your dreams, where whatever it is that you have a dream in, whether, to me, like this is feeling like a family, because I do feel like sometimes families can, especially maybe as a woman, like there is like a time constraint. Not all, I mean, you can have children whenever, right? It doesn't have to be biologically yours. You know, there's plenty of people out there that need to be adopted, fostered, all that stuff. But if like that is something that you want, there is kind of like I guess a biological clock where you have only a certain amount of time. It does work the same way for men, but in a different way. Where it's like, are you going to put your dreams first, or are you going to believe in this, how can I say, prospect, I want to say, of this life with this other person. And it could pay off. Like sometimes we are just spiritually aligned where we know that things are going to work out for us no matter what, right? As it should. And it might not work out in the way that, you know, you'd want it to, but it's still going to. Can we clarify this here for Scorpio? At the end of the day, they just want you to know that you're going to be okay with this Justice card. And the Ten of Pentacles, where especially if something like this is like a monetary thing, like you want somebody who, like you want to be somebody who is financially stable, has like a good, like I want to say a big family is coming through as well, or it's just like you are taken care of, and like there are people who are loyal to you. There's just like, and it's just like a lot of fun around you. At the same time, you know that it's like it's kind of like this thing. Or you know that if you go through all of this trouble, like you're going through all these tribulations, that at the end of the day, that you're going to be rewarded. Is that true? Yes and no. I also want to say, like, the Queen of Cups here, like, let go of, like, the expectations. Six of Swords, whereas, like, that is you walking away from something. The universe rewards the people who help themselves. A lot of the times, okay? Sometimes, I'm not going to say 100% of the times, but a lot of the times, I would say 80 to 90%. You can't just sit there waiting for, I mean, it's nice to give grace, but we can't always just have, like, continuously give grace. Sometimes we have to be the karma for people, is all I'm going to say, Scorpio. And let's get advice, and I'm going to move on. We have protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Yeah, it's okay to be understanding towards somebody. It's okay to, like, want the best for them, but also to want the best for yourself. All right, let's move on. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm feeling like you don't want to finish something. Let's see what's here for Sag. Okay, we'll take it. It's a lot. It's only 3, but okay, one more than others. Okay, so we have the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. There's a lot weighing you down. It's like I do feel like on this card here, there's a bird. I think it's a bird. It could just be energy. But there's just definitely something here weighing down this person's shoulder where it's like it makes you want to give up because it's just a lot. I can understand that. We have karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So you guys could be fighting with someone in a karmic relationship. Karmic, like I said, is not good or bad. It just is. This also doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship. It's just relationship general, right? And then we have trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Like I said, it's kind of like what Scorpio feels like where, so you guys could have Scorpio in your charts. You don't have to. But when you believe you're like something to be true and like you hold on to it and like it's like this belief system, like if you run out of time, there's no such thing. Like whatever things happen will happen in its own timing. That's not what I said for Scorpio. But that's what's coming through for you. So I'm going to let that go. Can we clarify this here for Sagittarius? These two want to sneak in. I'm not taking them because that's an extra one. We have your dreams need a practical plan. Meditate and contemplate. Full moon in Taurus, and then new moon in Pisces. The two cards I'm not going to take is bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius, and a time for healing, balsamic moon, which I don't even know what balsamic moon is. A lot of purple here. So that is just like a knowing chakra. Like maybe you guys know something that I'm not taking. So maybe there's information that you know that you don't want to take. Let's see here. There is some truth that's going to come out here where I don't think that you're really expecting this. It's very much like, I just want to say, Sagittarius, I feel like you do give a lot of your energy. Like it's a lot. Like I can feel it on my shoulders. It's just like I want to give up. I'm tired. I might have to take a break after this because this is just like such heavy energy. You don't have to do it all. Can I just say that? You don't have to. You can say no. You can like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't try to make it fit. Lots of like Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. I think sometimes we can, if we want something really bad, we can make excuses for it, right? And it gets to a point where it's like when we keep making excuses, it's only hurting ourselves because we're just like letting our boundaries more down. We're moving our boundaries, like, right? People are crossing the lines of our boundaries and like we let it go. There is just, I don't know if like you're distracted by something or you're trying to be distracted by something. What else do we have here for Sagittarius? I do want you to know, like, you guys do have a very strong support system that you have. I just feel a lot of doubt. But what is this doubt? What? Five of Swords. Let me tell you. You are surrounded by, okay, so what do you need to know, Sagittarius, is that you guys are surrounded by love, okay? You guys have a lot of people who support you, who appreciate you, who want to, like, be around you, right? When you start to feel like your time is running out, please don't, because at the end of the day, like, you have a community around you. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether that's a family, a career, I don't know, it's gonna be different for everybody. You're going to do it. With this Five of Swords here, like, this is, like, in this deck, I see it's like, this is ancient, this is meant to be, this is like, let it go. Let go of this burden that you feel of, like, having to complete something or do something by a certain age or a certain time. Okay. I'm gonna pull your advice. I'm gonna move on from this energy because it is a lot for me. I can only imagine how you do it all the time. We have pay attention. You are being asked to pay close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see the best move to move forward in order to live your best life. Okay. Sometimes it could be like we have to wait till many, many years until we realize why those things happen to us, or like how can we appreciate, especially the horrible things, like the things where they hurt us the most. And it's because once we experience the things that we are meant to experience, the really good things, yeah. And then you're like, well, I'm glad I didn't settle for that person, or I didn't take that job, because it fulfills me more. Okay, let me take a break. I gotta use the restroom. And then we'll move on to Capricorn. It is just so hot. The air conditioner turned on too. I'll be right back. I don't know why I get so hot when I channel. It's like, that's insane. Sorry, I need to make sure my dog's vet didn't call. Okay. Capricorn, you guys are next. Sorry, okay, Capricorn, what do we have for you? Oh, you guys are like finding the joy in something. I love this. Okay. One more, please. We have activated earth, power plays, ley lines, trust where you're led. And baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. I think you guys are trusting a lot in the divine, trusting in like timing, trusting in like life. I think that you guys are, it's just like a very happy, good energy. I don't know if like you like are prone to like being very strict. I kind of feel like that, where things have to be like your way or the highway, something. There is something here about being mean. I don't know why that's coming through. A new start wanted to come out. We'll see if it actually does. Okay. Interesting. Bottom of the deck is what do you need to release? Okay, so the two cards for this deck is nothing will come of the situation and nothing yet is set in stone, which is interesting. I don't know if like you guys are on like it's like, it reminds me of like a crossroads, so like a decision that you guys have to make or like something of that sort, where you're trying to see if things will work out. This has to do with you. I don't think it has to do with anybody else. We have mutable moon and then a void course moon. Is there something here that how can I say this, where you're not entirely sure of the next action to take? So let's see, what is the next action you should take? What is the next action? The funny thing is the Two of Pentacles came out and it landed sideways. Where like the Two of Pentacles is like a decision that you do have to make that's going to like create peace or balance or something that's harmonious, something of that sort. And it came out where it's like you're not really sure about it. Maybe you're not really sure about this decision. But why? It would cause a new beginning. I don't know if this has to do with your career. Is this, let me clarify. Is this about the career? Yeah. It could be. I'm not getting a definitive answer, which is fine. We can wait that out, but maybe what you need to know here, like there is a new beginning, and I do feel like there is somebody here who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They don't have to be, but if they have it in their charts where they are speaking a lot of truth to you. They're maybe like helping you understand, like they want like a new beginning here. But, oh, okay, let's clarify. Three of Wands. Should they accept it though? Nine of Cups. And the Three of Wands. We're like, yeah, I think this person, I think you will It's coming through, so I'm going to say it where it's like, yeah, this person actually has really good ideas. They really do have like your best interest at heart, and they would like help you see a different type of way. I really like this person's energy. I feel like they're very kind. They're very honest. They want to be very transparent with you. I don't know what the hesitation is. Because for me, in the beginning of the energy, like I was very happy. I feel like that's how you feel. There might be like some doubt because of like maybe past energies like that you've dealt with, past people. I know that I said that this has nothing to do with a relationship. So maybe this isn't a relationship. Maybe this has to do in your career. But there is just somebody here, because like King of Wands is also like a business opportunity. So there's something of that sort happening here where I feel like you're truly being blessed. Like you don't realize it, but there is a blessing headed your way. It might feel like at first very like unsure, you don't know about it, but this was meant for you. And you have like some guides out here who are just like, yes, this is for me. This person, like your guides want you to know like this is for you. I'm talking like I'm you, Capricorn. Let's get advice and then we'll move on to Aquarius. Can we get advice here? We have healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You're going through many transformations at once, and you're being asked to allow yourself to receive healing you need with open arms and an open heart. I think it could be very daunting to step into something you don't really know, but just to like know that you are uncomfortable where you are now and to move. That feeling of uncomfortableness is like growth. Like when babies' teeth, right? Because like they have their teeth growing and it's very uncomfortable for them, but it's a natural part of things, and it's like growing pains. That's what I'll say. Okay, next, who do we have? Aquarius. I'm hearing Aquarius. Okay, let's put a timestamp. You guys are going through some changes. I feel like you guys are proud of yourself no matter what right now. Like that's like a thing that's coming through. Maybe you need to be proud of yourself no matter what. Can we click messages here for Aquarius? Okay. Now I got exhausted for some reason, but let's just move on. Maybe you're exhausted, but we have, I'm sorry, defenselessness. God, okay. Righting past wrongs, uprooting. And then portal, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. I think you guys have options. I think that if you don't know that you have options, you do. At the end of the day, like I think that you've created all of these options because you work so hard towards them. So I don't know if like people are trying to create opportunities for you because like they can see like a really good fit for you. So there's not like a one way things are happening for you. It is I don't want to say dimensional, but multi ways. I think you're very fed up because I'm feeling fed up. I think you're like, okay, because I was thinking in my head, like, because that's what I'm getting this vibe of, is it all like just bullshit? Like if like you're thinking about things that happen in your life, like was this, you know, you think you're achieving something and then you're not. And let me just read these cards because it says you are very close to achieving your dreams, and then take a time out. Sorry. No, take time to breathe out. That's literally what I had to do. Just breathe. There is just like you're almost to completion here. You're very close. Both of these moons, if you can look at them, they're not full moons, but they're very close, right? That one just has like a little bit. That one has a little bit. So you guys are very close to on your way. I can understand how maybe you feel behind in a way. More, it's not behind. I'm feeling irritated, overworked, undercompensated. Bottom of the deck is a personal issue reaches resolution, and guess what it is? Full moon in Cancer. So there's a full moon coming your way. You guys are almost there. The cards are just like, you're right there. Be patient. I think you maybe lack patience. Patience is a skill that you learn. That is very much like, especially in a world where it's like instant gratification. Do you know how hard is it to like wait for something? I think you guys are experiencing that. I don't have to tell you, Aquarius. Can we clarify this here for Aquarius? Again, it's like you guys do have a lot of options. Page of Cups. Like there are a lot of ways that you guys can go about this, but you have to decide. So what is it? What is the other one? A lot of pages here. Sometimes we can get in our own heads, right? And like think something has to happen a certain way. And then when it doesn't, it's like, oh, it's not actually meant for us. That's not what's being said here. What's being said here is get out of your own head what's going to happen, but not in the timeline that you want it to happen. Okay? And I'm going to move on and I'm going to get you your advice, and that's it. Can we get advice here? That's a lot. Okay. We'll take this one. We have expand. You are being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the unknown is no longer working for you. It is time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It is time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. I'm just a little confused because I'm like, I think you guys are confused. So let's clarify. What do they mean? Let me get a different deck. This card came out and where it says lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. You guys could be an Atlantean. Something to do with the water here. I don't know if like you guys are afraid of the water. Maybe you guys, there's just like, maybe take a bath, help you remember some things. But I think you guys are endless beings. I think all of us are endless beings, right, Aquarius? But there is this like this certain goal that I can see that you guys are trying to achieve, and you're just being asked to be patient. No, that's not coming through either. What are they being asked then? There's definitely something to do with a career. The Pentacles are coming out. You guys got Page of Pentacles twice, which is just like it's good news in general, but it is also just like things happening to you, you finding balance, you finding peace, and eventually things working out for you. So I don't think you can create anything right now. I think maybe you are already creating, but whatever is meant to happen for you, it's already on its way to you. Interesting. I'm going to leave that there because it's getting really complicated, and we don't want complicated. We want simple. Okay, Pisces is next. So Pisces, we have Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. This is, are you guys feeling lonely? Yeah, right. I'm like, I don't know. We have, you got the love, hydrating energy, codependency, and boundaries. This card is interesting because like longing for the stars, like you don't really see, you see one person here. Yeah, one person, maybe another person very far. But this is like someone who's very alone. And then with you got the love, it is just like someone here who, I don't know if like they're searching for love, like many faces of love. What you need to know like is like the love is inside of you eventually, like because these are all one person at the end of the day. It's easier said than done, I can say, Pisces. I do feel like you guys are the 12 signs. So you guys embody a lot of, you embody all the 12 signs, or 11 signs plus you. Okay. And we have your commitment is being tested and a personal issue reaches resolution, where that's kind of unfair. We also, this is also a full moon in Cancer, right? So in Cancer, it's just like, I think you guys are very nurturing and caring towards other people. I think a lot of people depend on you for a lot of things. I don't think you get that same energy back. I don't know if you could even accept that as same energy back. Sometimes like people like, oh, I got you. And like, no, it's okay. Maybe it's because you also don't want to owe people anything. So that comes through. Let's clarify on what is it like your commitment being tested. There is something coming your way. With the Knight of Swords, could be dealing with an air, not an Aries, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be, but there is just like with these two cards that have come out, where your insecurities, like where you're not going to be alone forever, Pisces. I can say that for sure. But like, are you going to let people in that don't belong into your life? That's where it's going to be tested because of your loneliness. Because you're doing so well, like you are very committed and you have like a lot going on for you. Do not let these other people, like I don't know if they're people from your past, these could be people with children for some reason, I don't know. But there are people here who are going to try to come in under an illusion or in a guise that they want the best for you because, I don't know, they just want you, I guess. I can't explain exactly what people do, why they do things, but they do see you as an emperor. They do see you as someone who can offer commitment, but they are just trying to use you. Yep, and now my light has gone out, so and they're just gonna end up taking your light at the end of the day. So let's see if I can turn it back on. Probably not. At least I don't look so bright anymore. Let's see what else we have here. Anything else? I think, let me get advice and then we can keep going to the next sign. Because we still have 4 more signs to go. Let's get advice here for Pisces. We have acceptance. You may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to the one that will soon open to your true soul path. Hopefully you guys can read it. Sometimes not everybody's meant to come into our life. Sometimes, especially if you guys, I feel like if you guys are watchers of this channel, that you guys are empaths and lovers and like you just love to love. But sometimes you're not meant to love everybody. And that's okay. Okay, next we have Aries. Okay, Aries. Okay, what do we have for Aries here? we'll take it because it screamed and it came out. But we have the first card. We'll read in order. We have Hyrith, longing for home, homesick for the stars. I feel like you guys you feel alone right now. Maybe a lot of people don't understand you. You guys are going through a period of healing. And we have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. This is, I would love to be here. I feel like maybe you would love to be here. And then child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Where there is a lot of light in you, but you might have to do some healing right now, right? Where, especially if you do feel like you're alone, nobody understands you, that's because you don't understand yourself a lot of the times. And then sometimes when you understand yourself too much, that means you don't want to be with anybody else, like because you value your peace, you value your intelligence is coming through, whereas like maybe not everybody's gonna understand you the way that you understand yourself. Can we clarify it? I mean, two more here. Okay, so we have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And then confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So you guys could be talking to someone, a Leo or Libra, they don't have to be. Or they could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That is your sign. But it is definitely here where this is like a very new beginning, because you can see this is a new moon, right? Yeah, both new moons. So this is a new beginning here with somebody, because you can see that there's not a lot of light coming on both of them. So the fact that you guys got two new moons, this is just like a new beginning. You guys could have two new suitors. Some of you guys, not all of you guys. But there is just like this definite, like, I don't know if you guys even want these suitors. I think maybe you guys are trying to like find happiness and within yourself, which understandably, right? Can we clarify this here? I think in the past you guys could have always argued, maybe not been emotionally secure with these. King of Cups is your emotions, right? So like maybe you guys like battled your emotions a lot, and I think now like you guys are getting control over those, because I don't think you wanted to like ruin your future relationships, right? And what else do we have here? I think there was somebody here in the past, and it was a soulmate connection. I can say that. It was something that you worked really hard for. At the same time, it didn't work out, I can say. Sometimes we are not our best versions of ourselves, right? Like, that's okay. We live and we make mistakes. But there are other opportunities here. So what's stopping you from having them? Your past. We're still stuck on the past. Yeah, with the Death card. When we get stuck in the past, it's because we are lacking, like, what is it called? I say this all the time. I can't remember it. I guess we're acting at a place of lack. That's what it is. Like when we don't feel like there's another possibility or like another person that could be for us, which is just not true. How many millions and billions of people in the world? So when we get attached to somebody for unhealthy reasons, we can act like that is all there is when there really isn't. You can change your mindset. You can be heartbroken over it, or you can move on and take it as a lesson, because I guarantee you there are so many other people out there who you will reject and who will reject you, right? Like that's just like the cycle of life. And yeah, death and rebirth, that's literally what came out, and I tried to put it back in the deck for some reason. And where it's just like, I don't think you are really, you don't want to end something, but why wouldn't you? Like, what do you have to lose? Aries, if I'm remembering correctly, I think the last time I did a reading like this, or not this reading, maybe the reading before that, you versus them, that was like part 2, I want to say it was you guys, where, yeah, why would you want to be in this energy? Like, you guys are holding on to something, like one good thing, like this relationship was like there was like so many bad things, like so many things that were wrong with it. So I think that sometimes you can romanticize things for maybe, I don't know. Let me clarify. Anything else here? Sometimes it can take a lot of us a time. It takes us a lot of strength to walk away from something, especially if like this is something you've been through for a very long time. You're just kind of used to it. It can be very hard for, you know, there's something else here. I don't know why you're tied to this person. I can't figure it out. I don't know if like this person did some spell work, or like, you know, people do that stuff. Or if you did like to keep yourself tied to this person and it ended up backfiring. So just be careful. Like, that is so strong. I don't know. I'm moving on. Let's get advice. We have depleted. You are overgiving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate. Reevaluate your relationships and commitments, or you may soon risk some health deteriorating in some way. Risk your health deteriorating in some way. Okay. We're almost there, guys. I know these are kind of long. Taurus is next. Taurus, what do we have for you? Okay, so the 2 cards we have is a new earth, it's happening, keep holding the vision, and the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Let me tell you, look at this. I love this. Do you see? This could be the earth. It should be the earth, right? I think that's how you're feeling, where it's like whatever your belief system is, like whatever you believe, it is the truth. I think that you might have people telling you like, oh, you're a dreamer, or like that doesn't really make sense. It does make sense. Just want you to know. And also with this like blue flame integration, like you are being activated at this time. You might feel like you're being hindered in a way. But it is for your own protection. Let's get... I really love this energy for you, Taurus. I do. Okay, that's a lot. I'll read them to you, but I'm not going to take them. So the first one that came out is have faith in your dreams. And this one was actually the first one, but I didn't read it. But it was a time for healing. And then the 2 we're not going to take is look at the bigger picture and believe in the impossible. Full moon in Sagittarius, and then the blue moon. So whatever it is that there is, blue could be really significant for you. Blue is the color of the third eye. Like, you guys do have a lot of knowledge, a lot of foresight, I can say. There is just a lot of things happening for you, like, or to you. Let's clarify, okay. You guys have received a lot of knowledge. We have the World card. You guys are completing cycles. I think the way that karma works towards you, like we're through you, is really incredible. It is so immaculate, where it's just like something will happen to you and you'll transmute that energy, and you're just really good at that. And the Three of Wands. It's because you're so focused on the future. And the Queen of Swords, because you know the truth. I love it. It is because you are the truth. You speak the truth. You only have truth in your heart. Anything else here? We have the Knight of Wands. I think in the past, it was like you guys were very much more focused on like maybe having fun or like instant gratification, but now it's like you're looking towards a certain, all these people are looking the same way. That's insane. Everybody's looking the same way. Which is like, I think you guys are meeting like-minded individuals who think like you, who don't like suppress your truth or make you feel any differently about being yourself. I just want you to know that. With the World card here, which is the first card, like these are karmic cycles that you are closing out. Two of Swords on the bottom. Like the people who are neutral about you, they will soon be eliminated. Eliminated in the way that they're just going to be out of your way. They could be like just going somewhere else. They're not going to like, you know, be whatever. And the Knight of Swords. Oh God, yeah. You guys are a mirror for people. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you make people look at parts of themselves that they wish that they could be. And so if people get triggered by you, that's the reason. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It is more so like how they feel about themselves. If that's something you need to know right now, it's like it has nothing to do with you. Remember that. Let's get advice, and I'm moving on. We have authenticity. Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success. Okay. All right. We're almost there. 2 more signs. Okay. Gemini, you guys are next. Oh, we used the wrong deck first. That's fine. Can we get messages for Gemini? We have first card out, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. And then the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Mother's milk reminds me of The Boys, where it's like mother's milk. I don't know if you guys ever watched that, but okay, sorry, my dog wanted to walk away. Let's get these other these other cards here. There's definitely, I can feel somebody here in your energy who, yeah, who, I don't want to say they feel entitled. It's maybe used to, I wouldn't say used to like your energy. But for, what do we have here? We have a time for healing. And nothing will come of the situation. Interesting. Yeah. We have void of course moon and balsamic moon. And it's the way, okay, when I say like this person is attached to you, it reminds me of like mother's milk, like where like they need you, like they are feeding on you, feeding on your energy. I just want you to be aware of that. I feel like the way that this energy is coming through is like, it's, I don't want to say parasitic, but something similar where like this person is, and maybe an energy vampire, or it's like this person can feed off of you in a way that's not natural or unhealthy. I want to say unhealthy. That's a lot. But there is a lot of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they could have that in their charts. Again, 2 of Wands. Anything with a 2 is, it's like kind of a choice. So there are like 2 futures. Okay, I'm liking one because it's the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is like when you focus on yourself, your own independence, like your growth, you're feeding your own garden, like you're being very kind and considerate to yourself. Like you already have this information within you. And then what is this other one? Which I feel like there is like this time. There is a new beginning. Aries is coming through very significantly. There's somebody here who even you've known for a very long time. They could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They don't have to be, or they could be an Aries. But there is just like this thing where this person wants a new beginning here with you because they do feel very nostalgic. Like you bring out like a childish side in them. Like they feel very young and happy and whatever, right? Like you do that for them. At the same time, what do they do for you? At the bottom of the deck is the Hermit, where it's like you want to be alone because this person does not give you the same feeling that you give them, because this person is a taker, essentially. I was going to say a drainer, but they do take energy from you and they don't ever replenish your cup, so it's a lot. And for some strange reason, it could be like this dynamic where it's like a mother, right? A mother has to feed their child. It's like a child cannot fend for themselves, right? And like this person obviously can, like they are technically your equal. And when I say technically, like they are, like as an adult, yes, they are, but they place a lot of burden on you, and it's kind of interesting. Like they see you as a mother figure. It could be a father figure as well. I'm just saying, where it's like they want you to take care of them, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I was taking on a parental version of my of this, like interesting. I think this person kind of prayed for you in a way, like where they were like, oh, I just want someone to take care of me, and like you popped up into their life. And I think this is like a reason like you did come into their life. It's like they realized that's not natural. Obviously, as a partner, like you should be taking care of each other, like it should be mutual. I don't think it is very mutual. I think this person, you only really take care of them. Okay, I'm gonna get advice and then I'm moving on to Cancer. I feel like this person, and this is like, they're saying, see it through. You don't always finish what you start, and then you talk badly to yourself because of it. Break the karmic pattern by seeing a project through to the end, and then be proud of what you accomplished. I'm so confused by that, because what does that mean, Spirit? I'm gonna need one more. Okay. We also have release judgment. It's not meant for me to understand. Only you will understand, Gemini. So if this resonates and you understand, let me know. Because I don't understand it. And sometimes it's not meant for me to understand. It's meant for you to understand. Next, last, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what do we have for you? Cancer, I'm definitely hearing like you guys are breaking patterns. So we have forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. I really like this. Sometimes it can be lonely, can I just say that? Where it's like you are a leader. Not everybody's gonna understand what you're going through, like whatever it is that you decide you want to live, like life that you want to live. Just know that you have the power. Let's see what else we have here. I want not only power, but like knowing. Like not everybody's gonna know what is meant for you. Can we clarify this here? We have your dreams need a practical plan and your commitment is being tested. A full moon in Taurus and then first quarter moon. I'm confused a little bit. Maybe you're confused a little bit, Cancer, because it's like, I think that you know deep down, like the path that you're wanting to take. There is like this little thing with like maybe your commitment being tested because maybe you want to go back to old patterns, old habits because things haven't worked out the way that you want them to. Can we just, like, I just want you to know, like, if you go back to the things that were not good for you, then you never really learned your lesson. You're kind of just like, it reminds me of like this feeling of when people do good so that they don't go like into the after. If you believe in the afterlife, which I don't, but like people do believe in the afterlife, like heaven and hell, whatever. People believe in that stuff. And when you go and it's just like, okay, I'm only gonna do good, just like it's counted for me, like, you know, not because doing bad means something. And so that's kind of giving like that. So I think you are being tested in a way where it's like maybe you have been asked to walk away from something because it's not good for you, but you're also promised of something better, right? And so now that you've walked away from something and it's been some time and it hasn't worked out for you, like when I say worked out for you, like it hasn't, like whatever it is that you were promised hasn't materialized, you're thinking like, hey, it hasn't worked out for me, let me just go back to whatever this was that wasn't good for you. And that's where it's like, are you really like it? It to me seems like a little bit of you're not being honest with yourself, because you should have walked away from whatever was not good for you just for the sake of it was not good for you. And so it's kind of like you're threatening, oh, I'm just gonna go back to this because I'm not getting the good thing that was promised to me. Okay, that seems very specific, but let's get advice. I mean, clarify a little bit and then we'll move on. King of Swords, where it's like, are you actually, because if you're willing to just like slip so easily into the past that wasn't good for you, then you're not ready for the future. With also like your dreams need a practical plan. Where what is it that you are trying to achieve? Ace of Wands here. And the Queen of Pentacles. There is something here that you are meant to do, but you have to just like, I just want to say let go of these toxic behaviors. And I'm going to end that there because I've been doing this for too long. So let's get your advice and I'm moving on. Can we get advice here? We have reassess. You are being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It is time for some life cleanup. Confirmation right there is all I'm gonna say. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are still here, please make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. It's just gonna be, we're doing love readings. We do love readings on Thursdays. So yeah, everything will be timestamped for later on down below. Thanks.